On hosting Thanksgiving in my home for the first time in 2018 at 25 years of age. Over 5.00 years later. It's Monday, 27 October 2025. And here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, share what it was like hosting Thanksgiving in my home for the first time in November 2018 when I was 25 years of age and living in Albany, California. So I've actually covered this topic level with a number of videos already this year, going back to publication date of Friday, 21 February 2025, and then there was another one Sunday, 11 May 2025, and then I did two yesterday, Sunday, 26 October 2025. So I'll link to those in the video description and put a little blurb about what each of the videos were. Two of them were actually filmed, or like the photography was from at the time documentation, so back in November 2019, not 2019, pardon me, if you may, if you will, November 2018. And so I was 25 years of age, and it was something that I was like, you know, I want to try and do this year. And so I contacted people to see, like, you know, like I lived with other people, so it was like, would it be okay if I hosted Thanksgiving and you guys are, and like, of course, invited, and I invited other people as well. And I ended up getting yeses, and and that I could use the space to host Thanksgiving, and that people would be coming. And so it ended up being kind of maybe like a month-long project of mine, and I had been cooking more and doing different recipes, and so it was kind of fun. I'd made a family recipe, a sweet potato souffle, which is actually one of my videos that I published back in February this year, but it was filmed November 2018. And I made that one in advance. I got a bunch of supplies in advance. I actually even I drew artwork as part of the preparations. And then I chose some recipes I could work ahead or make in advance, and then some like I would start on and people would come over, and then it'd be continuing with the people, and then some were allocating entire recipes to people and being like, here's the supplies, you guys got it. And so it was really fun. Actually, it was, so I got to buy decor, and I've mentioned, you know, the pie tin with gather written on the bottom, but there was like other, like, where are my salt and pepper shakers that were like my grandma Rosemary's, you know, and like little Westies, Scotty dogs, and then having beverages and picking, you know, do I have any beverages? Like, do we have like a gravy, something to put gravy in? What do we have as serving platters? What do I have to cook this stuff in? And so it was really kind of a fun, bigger project for my own cooking experience. I had gone to cooking school, but it was like, and I'd cook individual recipes, but this was like, you know, a bunch of recipes all together, and then making it a collaborative effort. Which I thought was really fun. It was, so I think for me, being 25 years of age was not daunting. It was partially, you know, when I was an undergraduate student in college, I did not live in a setting where I had a kitchen as part of, like, I lived either in like the Greek system, Alpha Xi Delta sorority, or like a dormitory where like there would be a kitchen at the top of the building or on like every 2 floors. And there was, when I lived in South Africa, I was part of there was like a unit, and there was a hot plate, but I think that was like it. So I'm trying to say I didn't have a kitchen as an undergraduate student, which I, you know, took like 5 full years of like the full undergraduate without high school level. So like there was I was like, you know, I got to graduate school and I was like, I have a kitchen. And so I was enjoying cooking again, because I, like, when I was in high school, I would cook dinners for the whole family multiple times a week, in addition to going to cooking school and stuff like that. So it wasn't just like a hobby of like, let me put on display every once in a while. It was like something I did routinely multiple times a week, every week. And I actually got like $1 for my allowances, you know, when I was that age, was like $1 for making dinner. And so, and it was fun to return to cooking and be able to do something big. And so that was very cool. It was also part of my low blood pressure journey, and like, so low meaning like the lower end of healthy, because it was kind of, I've mentioned previously that confusion, for some people, like, stress may be a variable for their blood pressure. For me, it's kind of confusion and confusion reduction. And so there was mom Susan and my dad David and my grandma Connie, you know, of present and recent, you know, the hosts of Thanksgiving in my family, have made food choices that do not negatively impact my blood pressure. And so I enjoy those Thanksgivings. It was also fun to do this one and being like selecting my own recipes and being like, I want to choose ones not that are healthy because like it's Thanksgiving, but like it's healthy in a different way. So like, you know, getting to share the like, they're like indulgent foods, but that doesn't mean they cause bad things for you. I'm not trying to cause a high blood pressure with my picks, and so I made sure to be cognizant to the best of my ability at that point in time, right? And so that's something that I want to stay true to moving forward if I ever host Thanksgiving again. Is like, I like that. It's like, you know, it's kind of fun on that self-experimentation thing. If I can actually, you know, nail it down, so to speak. It's like, when you want to eat all that indulgent food and like, it might actually be good for the heart. Some people would be like, no. I'm like, blood pressure? And be like, well, maybe that one's okay. You know, so it's kind of a fun, like, a Tanis cherry on top is you won't get high blood pressure from this meal. So it's kind of fun. So that's on hosting Thanksgiving in my home for the first time in 2018 at 25 years of age.